The narrow sense of the term sanctification is a lot more specific than the wide sense, and that's just the nature of the narrow and wide sense of terms. If we look at how we use those terms in everyday language, we might use an example of an automobile. You may say the word car, referring to every kind of different sort of automobile there is. You may say, I'm going to go out to my car, and your car is actually an SUV. But you may be more specific and talk about a car as being a sedan, and an SUV of being a different kind of automobile. We use the word man in a wide and narrow sense. So that the word man, we may refer to a male human being, that's the narrow sense, very specific, or we may mean it in a wide sense, which would be any human being or all of mankind. So when sanctification is used in its narrow sense, it's getting down to something very specific, not the whole saving work of the Holy Spirit, but a particular part of it. And this particular part that the narrow sense is referring to is the work that the Holy Spirit does in our life after we're brought into a saving relationship with God that empowers us to lead godly lives. It's the holy living that we do through the power and working of the Holy Spirit. An example of how sanctification is used in the Bible in this narrow sense is found in 1 Thessalonians 4, 3-4, which reads, "It is God's will that you should be sanctified, that you should avoid sexual immorality, that each of you should learn to control his own body in a way that is holy and honorable." So you hear those words, sanctified, holy, you hear it about a moral living, living a way that is pleasing to God, living out the law in what we call its third use, a guide for living as God's people in this fallen world. That's what the narrow sense of sanctification is.